I kind of was, while I was away, I kind of realized I don't know if I can go through a full drawing at the speed of which the screen capture is recording. So I'm probably just gonna talk for a little bit longer and then stop, and then that'll be kind of the tutorial. I was thinking maybe if the next one I'll try like um, just doing the drawing and then like just recording it and then like deleting the audio and then talking over it as I speed up it up, because it's like right now the video is like 20 minutes, but that's also just because I can't stop talking and I'm a rambler. Oh, whoops. Okay, so let's get back to work. First of all, this is bothering me. Oh wait, maybe it's being a lot faster. Well, it's being kind of faster. Anyway, so we're gonna go back to the look. I just want to get his neck right. For some reason, like necks are like really weird for me to draw. I don't really know why. It's just kind of like weird. There gets to be a point also in the drawing where you really want to take away the reference photo, just because then it starts to turn into like straight up just drawing, like copying, and then oops, covered up the chin. And then it's just not, you know, like what's the real point of like doing the drawing if it's just like photographic for me? That's my opinion. You know, obviously like people like doing realistic stuff, and I'm not trying to knock that because that's cool too. Anyway, so yeah, see, for me, I'll go back to the first one. Like, see the difference? Like, for me, it's just like, I like, yeah, it's better for me. So as I was saying, I don't really know what I was saying because I was doing the first video a lot earlier, but moving forward, I generally don't like to make such realistic work, but this series has been nice because I've sort of been able to push myself in, oh, what just happened? Sorry, that's the recording from earlier, in really different ways. Okay, so let me just, you guys are here for the drawing, not to hear me spiel about myself. Okay, so I can see that, see the ear was too low. You can see like, one thing drawing about the face that you always should know is that everything, even though it's not like perfectly linear, like everything is like related. Like here, I'll just like draw over this Colin photo, like, see, really? Oh, because it's in the next layer. Sorry. Okay. In a perfect world, I would be so much better at this. Okay, so see how top of the ear goes through the eyebrows and then bottom of the ear goes through the nose? Like everything is, it's just, it's all got a ratio. So if you're like doing a sketch, like doing those, like you ever see like the Disney heads? This is kind of like the basic form. So the head, the bottom of the lip, and the nose are parallel, and then like once you kind of have that in your head, I don't really like to, as you saw me, I didn't do the whole like Disney sketch like eyes ratio thing, but if you're drawing by hand, you don't have like the one of the benefits of digital, which is Colin looks like Freddy Krueger right there. Oh shit. Okay, well I'll just delete it. Anyway. Sorry. I am not that smooth. What I was saying is, when you're drawing by hand, if you want to do those like ratio head things, they're helpful. I don't really do them anymore, but I know some people do. Anyway. Yeah, as I was saying, so this isn't really like the way I normally work stylistically, but I think it's really important to be adaptable. There's a lot of people in my school who are not adaptable, and you know, I'm very stubborn about a lot of things, but you know, it's important to be flexible. So the way I'm kind of maintaining my integrity about this is sort of keeping it rough, and you know, like not doing like hyper realistic drawings and that kind of thing. So let's get Colin some bigger eyebrows. Yeah, so for me this looks a lot more like Colin than the first one, but I kind of already said that. Just gonna fix the nose a little bit more. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take away that. Oh, whoops, no, that's not what I wanted to take away. There we go. So there, like I was saying before, there's a point where you want to just take away the reference photo because otherwise you could just stare at it and compare and like that's wrong and then that's wrong and then you get obsessed with changing all the details and it's like just not helpful. So let's go back to the body. And I'm going to make this a little bit, I'm going to move this over, I think is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this thing a little bit bigger. Move it to the top. Okay, so one thing I liked from the first one was the color palette, so I'm just going to steal this red. I think we're probably going to put a jacket on hook, but just for the sake of laying down some color blocking, let's go with, oops, wrong layer. Yeah, so obviously that's important. You want to make sure that you're like all working on the same layer. This happens to me like a million times where I'll like have like a reference photo and I'll just like move it to a layer and then I'll just start drawing on that layer and then it's annoying. If that happens, by the way, what I would do is like, I'll show you, like, let's say I was drawing, let's say I was drawing on this layer and I did something that I really liked, like to Colin's face, or I did that really cool like balloon that he could be holding. If I really liked it, you know, like what I could do is lasso it, command copy it, and then I would delete it, and then I would just paste it onto a new layer, and it would show up, and it would be on that layer, and then I would merge it with like what is layer 4, which is the body. But yeah, so that should be all. Again, I don't know if you like what not like area of knowledge you guys have of this, or if you have like specific. You just like kind of for some reason wanted to listen to me talk for like what is it like half an hour at this point. If you actually have gotten this far, like, I'm so flattered, because it's mostly just me mumbling to myself in my room, which is, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm home from school, and I'm pretty sure my parents, like, think I have Asperger's. Also, if I'm, like, whispering too much, I'm sorry, I probably won't know till the end of this video. Okay, so, like I was saying, just kind of, like, laying down basic colors. See, now the shoulder's too tall, so what I'm going to do is just take the eraser, cut it down. And Colin's got a fabulous knife, let's be real, so let's make that a little bit bigger. It's funny because, like, when you're doing the storybook edition of characters who don't have, we don't really have, like, fairy tale outfits, like when I was doing, like, Mulan and Aurora, they took so much longer because I had to think about, like, what would be the, like, storybook equivalent of their clothes. But then I also didn't want to make, like, a literal translation. I kind of wanted to, like, keep the, you know, like, energy of the character type thing, and it was, like, blah, 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 blah. It just took forever because I had to think so much about it. I'm like, fuck thinking, right? Just kidding, kids. Thinking is really cool. Oops. Now, sometimes if you make the brush too big, it'll go a little crazy, but we'll just... And don't worry, because the chest hair will be added as a detail later. Again, this is so fucking slow. Okay, so let's go back to the black and give me like a cool red jacket. Maybe I'll just like take that reddish tint. One thing that's nice about Photoshop is like this like color balance thing, and I'll show you guys how to do that later, but like I really like it because it sort of gives it sort of like a finished look where there wasn't before. You know what I mean? It just kind of like makes it look like better, even though it's like I'm not doing shit. It's all Photoshop. And it wouldn't be Hook if he didn't have like a badass pop collar, which is like such a funny sentence. Like, don't quote me on that.